Hi, I'm Tim Leach. I'm coming at you from my house in Fort Saskatchewan, Alberta, Canada. I'm shooting this video for my website, www.thestreetsinitiative.org, which is my attempt to run every street in the city of Edmonton, and I pledge $1 for every kilometer that it takes me to do that. In addition to that pledge, I accept all other donations through the website, and everything that I gather goes towards a local charity decided on by my every 2-month featured runner. For more information about this, go check out the website. And if you feel like it, if you feel so inclined, make a generation. All the money that is gathered does go towards very worthy causes. Okay, so I had a friend recently ask me. He said, "Tim, what's the coldest you'll run in? Like, what temperature do you decide not to run anymore?" I told him I'll run in any condition. I'm confident enough in the gear that is available and the gear that I have that's going to keep me warm in any sort of a weather condition. For anybody that doesn't know, Edmonton is basically the city I'm in. Fort Saskatchewan is a suburb. Edmonton gets temperatures in the winter anywhere from about -10 to -40 typically in any given winter. And when you start to get those really cold temperatures of about -40, you want to have some warm gear that's not gonna make you freeze. So I'll get right into it. I'll start with the upper area and the trunk, and just move on from there. Okay, you want to start with the base layer. This is your typical base layer you can find at the running room. This Nike Combat is the one I typically wear, and I bought this at the Nike outlet store. Both of these items are tight-fitting layers that fit directly to the skin, and they serve to lock in that heat that's trying to escape from your body when you get out at really cold temperatures. So you want to start with something like this, and you can find these for anywhere from $15 to $30 depending on how much you want to spend. All the items I'm going to show you today, all of them can be bought at Track and Trail, the running room, Nike, Fast Tracks. A lot of the local stores that specialize in running or cross-country skiing gear are excellent to go to. Another good one, Mountain Equipment Co-op. They have top quality stuff. You can never go wrong buying their stuff. On top of that, once we get past the base layer, we want to kind of get more of an insulated sort of compression fitting top that goes on right over top. These two here are by Under Armour, and they work really good. I really like Under Armour. They have an outlet store here in the city where I can buy these for about $30 a piece, and they last a long time. And they're that second layer that can push out all that cold trying to get in. Your base layer keeps you warm, and this just is another layer of insulation on top of that base layer. Okay, and on top of that, I don't know, I may be a bit superstitious, but I always, if I'm looking for sort of a third layer, I'll go with sort of like a cotton layer, which cotton's not the best because it doesn't wick moisture away as good as the items I've just shown you. But it is an extra layer, provides a little bit extra protection. The one thing to keep in mind if you are using cotton, it can get wet, and if it gets wet and you stop running and you start walking around or you're immobile, you can get really cold really fast. So just use anything out of cotton with a little bit of caution. But it does, for me, I like to wear this layer just because it adds one extra layer of defense. Yeah, this one's pretty beat up. I got this one in 2007. And there are holes everywhere. I should maybe retire it. It's been through a lot of battles. And then the most important part of the upper body is your jacket. This one I bought at Mountain Equipment Co-op for about $150. It's my go-to coat. This one's really, really good. It's got a warm insulated layer on the inside and sort of a harder shell on the outside to try to block some of that wind out. This is a fantastic jacket. I would definitely recommend it to anybody. The stuff they have at Mountain Equipment Co-op is great for really, really inclement weather conditions. All those layers that I just showed you on the top are all really thin, really breathable, and they allow you a lot of movement, which is what you want when you're out running. You don't want a big heavy pair of snow pants or like a winter parka. That's no fun to run in. It doesn't feel like you're able to move, and you end up winding up getting a little bit probably hotter than you want, and then you start sweating, and that just leads to all kinds of problems. All of these things, really lightweight, really allows you the ability to move and feel like you're free. Okay, so moving to the pants. Like the top, you want a base layer. These are just your typical pair of long johns. I got these ones at Mark's Work Warehouse for about $10. It's a really good layer to have because it fits skin tight and it doesn't feel like you're constricted when you put your next layer of pant over top of that. And then getting right into the pant, these particular pair here are a Solomon Bonatti. I'm a really big fan of Solomon stuff. I think I bought this one at a cross-country store, and cross-country skiing, it's a great place to go if you're looking for some alternatives, because you can use this stuff for running as well. It's an awesome pant, insulated on the inside, really lightweight, breathes really well, and I've never ever had an issue with these. Similarly, you can get other insulated pants through Nike or Under Armour. The Running Room also typically has a house brand. I've used Running Room winter running pants before, and they're top notch too. Okay, and then moving on, let's go with start with the head. If it's really cold outside, you want to start with the Balaclava. The Balaclava will encase your whole head and also protect your face from wind and cold. The Balaclava in itself usually isn't enough to be totally 100% effective. You want to use a wool cap or a toque on top of that just to be able to hold that heat in on your head. You do lose a lot of heat out of your head, and yeah, these two things in conjunction together, they're good for -50 for sure. All right. Okay, and then gloves. You'll often see these kind of gloves in running stores. It's like kind of another like moisture wicking type style glove. These are really good, but what I do find is that these gloves are only good to about -10 or -15 before your hands start to feel like ice blocks. So what I like to do is I'll use that glove, and then over top I'll just use a regular pair of cotton socks and just fit it right over top. And then you've got the added benefit that you can like not get your hands dirty or your gloves dirty if you got like a little bit of a runny nose or something. You can just get that right onto the sock, and it provides a great extra layer of protection. On the feet, I used to always wear cotton socks, and I will not do that anymore because cotton doesn't breathe, and your feet end up just turning into big ice blocks. So I will always wear these. These are fit socks. It's a moisture wicking sock that fits really good into your shoe. On top of that, if it's really cold, I will wear a pair of cotton socks. It adds an extra layer of protection, and it doesn't feel that restricted inside my shoe that it's going to stop the circulation, and that's important. You want to keep that blood flowing, so try to give yourself as much room as possible. These take up basically no space inside your shoe, which could allow you to put a cotton sock over top. Okay, that is pretty much it. So I hope this video has been informative. Again, if you want to check out the website, www.thestreetsinitiative.org. Edmonton's Hope Mission is the charity of the period. They recently had a fire in October that destroyed a lot of their winter stock that was supposed to go out to Edmonton's homeless. So it's unfortunate, but they would definitely appreciate some generosity, and I do appreciate it as well. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope you have a great time out there running. Thank you.